Hi friends, my name is Aurora McClennan and welcome back to my channel. That was weird. So I am into musical theater. I study musical theater in school. It's like my thing. It's always been my thing since I was like 11 years old. So, I have a lot to say about it, I think. And this is part of the reason why I started a YouTube account, was to sort of express all of my thoughts and emotions and my love of musical theater to a broader audience. But I was thinking recently that there are a lot of questions people have in musical theater, people who want to go into it, people who are just interested in it, who don't have necessarily the information that they need because it's not readily available online. So I thought I would sometimes post videos talking about some of those things. So today, I want to talk about something that I used to always worry about when I was younger, and that's, I'm not a dancer. How do I make it in music theater? The really simple answer is you can. You just have to keep trying. You just gotta keep pushing yourself. And that makes sense, right? If there's something you're not good at, you just gotta keep trying and keep pushing yourself if it's really what you want. And that's really the key to making it in music theater when you don't have a dance background. I started vocal lessons when I was about 7 years old, and I started acting when I was about 7 or 8. So I've been doing that for a long time, but dance was never something that was top of my list of priorities for some reason. When I started high school and I started, getting ready to audition for music theater colleges, I started to really worry about my dance because I hadn't really had any formal training. So I took a year of jazz at the studio near my house, and it went well, but they put me in a class that was too advanced for my level. So I struggled quite a bit. Following that, I did a couple of shows that were very dance heavy, and that helped a lot too. But I still didn't have the training, and when I started college, I often felt a little behind everyone else because I don't have the background, I don't have the technique, and we were just pushed into doing things, which is a great way to learn, don't get me wrong, but I felt overwhelmed at first. And that's totally understandable. When you're pushed into doing something that you don't have a background in or necessarily the prerequisite skills in, it's going to be frightening and terrifying and very difficult at first. But that's how we get better, is we just keep pushing ourselves and keep trying things. So, step 1, keep pushing yourself, keep trying. You may never become the best of the best. You may never become that good. You may never have the flexibility of somebody who's been training since they were 3 years old. You may never have the exact skill. You may never be like the dance captain of a show. But at least you can keep up and you can keep trying. Supposedly to get into music theater college, you need to be good at least 2 of the 3, which I'd like to think is why I got in. With that under your belt, you have most of the skills already. It's just applying what you're learning to become better. Now, if you're not going to music theater college or you're not taking dance classes and you're just trying to rely on your voice and you're acting alone, that works too. There are plenty of shows and plenty of actors who just don't dance. There's plenty of them. It just happens. That just happens. Now, oftentimes you will have to dance in shows because music theater combines all 3, but you may not be required to do the level of dancing others would be. And you may even be taught something new, like Rory O'Malley learning to tap dance again for the Book of Mormon, like James Monroe Iglehart learning to tap dance for Aladdin. You're still going to be required to learn these skills for a couple of shows you do, but you don't always need to rely on the dance. The dance is definitely very, very helpful as you move forward in your career because it's such a major part of musical theater, of the main 3, of being a triple threat, but it's not necessarily necessary. That was a weird phrasing. All I'm saying here is, as somebody who's not a dancer, gaining the skill through classes and by pushing myself and by believing in myself, that's how I'm going to get stronger. I know I'm never going to be as good as some of the kids in my class who've been dancing since they were 2 and 3 years old. That's just a given because I don't have as many years to get to the level they are at. I've never had the competitive background. I've never had the years and years of classes and recitals and all of that. But I can become the best I can be by watching them, by watching my teachers, and by working as hard as I can to get to the level I need to be. If I weren't in musical theater college, I would still be taking lessons, as I'm taking lessons over the summer as it is, just to keep building and to keep getting to where I need to be. But that's not necessary. If dance is just something you don't think you can do, there are plenty of other options in music theater for you. Now, you may not necessarily get the big shows because most of the big shows have dancing, but there are plenty of shows that don't. Look at pretty much everything Jason Robert Brown has ever written. The Last 5 Years, Songs for a New World, parade, there's very little dancing in, depending on who's directing it. So there's plenty of options out there, but gaining the skills to become a dancer are very beneficial in the long run. But for all of you who are not dancers, there is still a possibility. Now please remember, going forward, saying you are not a dancer is not true. If you are dancing, you are a dancer. You may not have the skills of somebody who has been doing it longer, but you are still a dancer, and a dancer dances. And you can become a dancer. You can become a very, very good dancer if you just keep applying and working. People say that they aren't meant to be dancing, and that's not true. Everybody has the ability to become a dancer and to keep pushing forward. So don't give up, keep trying. Dance may not come easily to you I'm okay, but keep trying. If dance isn't your thing, there are other options. You can still be in the industry, do not worry. Plenty of shows that just don't dance in general. Find the shows that work for you and audition for what works for you. That's the main important takeaway from literally everything music theater is you need to find what works for you, be it your dancing ability, your voice type, your character type. You need to find what works for you and audition for that, because only then will you be successful. If you go in for things that you don't have the skill for or don't fit you, you're not going to get the role and you won't be as successful as you could be. So find the shows that work for you. Find the shows to the dance level that works for you and audition for those, and you will be successful. The main message, believe in yourself, do what works for you, keep trying and never stop learning, and keep pushing yourself. The most successful people are the ones who never give up and continue to push themselves. Push yourself. You are a dancer. If you are dancing, you are a dancer. You may not be the best, but you are a dancer. Dancers dance, as they say in a chorus line. You can do it. I'm not a dancer. I'm not a dancer, a conventional dancer, but I am a dancer and I am learning and I'm becoming better. And by the time I leave college, I expect to be able to do a double pirouette, even though right now sometimes I struggle doing a single. We're all getting there. We're all on our own path. And I'm never going to be Sutton Foster or any of those big Broadway dancers, but you know what? That's okay, because I am me and I'm bringing to the table what I have to offer. And that's a mediocre dancer. And that's okay, so long as I keep trying and keep pushing myself. You can too. You are a dancer. You will be okay. You will make it. Keep trying. Musical theater needs you. Like that war poster. We need you. Yep, that's all I gotta say. Musical theater chat. So I hope you liked that. It was just a bit of word vomit and encouraging things that I've learned over the last little while. If you'd like more of these videos, please let me know. Leave any questions you have down below or tweet them at me at Aurora McClennan. And don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this and vlogs and music and all that fun stuff. Like this video, share it, comment, just do all the joyous things and have a wonderful day, my friends.